Hello, my name is Christine Stewart. I'm a nutritionist and a clinical application specialist here at Microba. In this tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief overview of beta-glucuronidase production in the Insight report to further inform your clinical interventions. So firstly, what is beta-glucuronidase? Well, it's actually a bacterial enzyme that can limit the excretion of certain compounds from the body, such as medications, hormones, and even environmental toxins. It does this by reversing the detoxification process called glucuronidation. So I thought I'd just do a little recap on what glucuronidation is. Well, it's actually a well-described phase 2 metabolic pathway that is predominantly occurring in the liver. So when the body tries to inactivate and eliminate certain compounds, it actually attaches a sugar molecule to them called glucuronic acid, and it marks that compound ready for excretion. And what that process essentially does is make that compound more water soluble, which is then easier to excrete from the body. So you'll see here in this diagram that there are 3 compounds that the body wishes to excrete. These are hormones, medications, and environmental toxins. And these actually enter the cell, and it's actually in the endoplasmic reticulum that the glucuronic acid is attached to those compounds, and then they're transported to the bowel ready to be excreted. So let's talk a little bit about the gut bacteria and their role in all this. Well, there are certain bacteria that live in our bowel that have the capacity to produce beta-glucuronidase, which is that specialized enzyme that can actually break those tight bonds between the deactivated compound and the glucuronic acid. So these sugar scavenging bacteria do this in order to use the glucuronic acid as a fuel source. And if they do so, this process actually reactivates those compounds, meaning that they can be reabsorbed back into the body through the epithelial layer. This can potentially increase the potency of that compound in the body. So what can we do to reduce the activity of this specialized enzyme? Well, one human study found that glucomannan, a type of prebiotic fiber found in konjac root, actually reduced the activity of microbial produced beta-glucuronidase. Hydrated konjac root is actually used to make low-calorie pastas and noodles, which you can find really simply at your local supermarkets. So let's take a look about where you can find the beta-glucuronidase result in the Insight report. Simply click here on the dig deeper into the detail, and then again here on the microbial metabolites, and then scroll down to see your clients or your patients' potential to produce beta-glucuronidase. So I guess in conclusion, the aim of this feature is actually to highlight the capacity for someone's microbiome to potentially recycle certain compounds that were originally marked for excretion. High levels of beta-glucuronidase activity may actually lead to increased potencies of those compounds in the body. Well, I hope you found that tutorial useful. And if you are interested in learning more about the Insight report, please head to the video tutorials page on our Clinical Resources Hub. Our team is also available to answer any questions that you may have. Simply email us at healthcare@microba.com. From all of us here at Microba, take care.